guys. It's your good buddy, your co-host. Your co-host, Rory's the host of this show.
Yeah.
How you doing, everybody? I think yesterday or Really? You take me out of it. All right, fine. I didn't need to do any of that intro. I didn't even need to get out of my face, man. Get out of my face. PG Ryder says, crush it. Yeah, so I got, about a day and a half ago, I'm like, I'm taking a COVID test, and like people in my family are like, really, you think you have COVID? You've been saying that since the beginning. So I took the COVID test, and it came back positive. It was like, yeah, I was like, I can't let go of like, the only thing that makes it good is multiple vaccinations plus a booster shot. That's the only thing. I'm not a fan of it at all. I've been, it's one of those things where I've been, for years, I've been doing everything I feel like pretty good, low risk.
Mm-hmm.
And it snuck into my house.
Yeah.
Someone I trusted.
It feels like it's almost inevitable. That's the trouble. That protecting against all the vectors is so difficult.
Yeah.
That the best you can do ultimately is to vaccinate ahead of time, and so that when you do get it, the minimal impact is what you get, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, over here in Spain, they were basically saying, hey, we're going to lift the mask restrictions. And I was like, really? I haven't seen the data. Is that too soon? Anybody concerned? And it's really funny because if you look at, well, I don't know, there's all anecdotal data, but if you look at Twitter, number of people I follow have also come down with it. Edmund says, don't we have a class to manage the vectors?
See, that's very good. Well done, Edmund 311. I talked about attack vectors of the vaccine.
Yeah.
And that's good comment.
Here we go, Edmund. I got a surprise for you, buddy. Oh, no. It's Edmund. That's not Edmund there, by the way. In case anybody's thinking, wow, Edmund. Now, that's Dax. He's the guy who created the original Mondays website. And he's got a picture of himself out there. So it's a Mondays theme one right there. Damn, I've been asking for a new theme song for years. You keep promising a new song. You tricked me, Edmund. Suckered me into that one.
Very good.
He wanted the new Dumber Than Me, not the old one.
Right.
Now you know. Now you know what it's like to be me.
That's quite a callback, really, isn't it?
Oh, look at this. Edmund says, I got this one too. When you're insulting Mark, you're experiencing in a markdown language. You're getting experience in a markdown language. Fine. Speaking of markdown, Mark is down today. I was like, I was doing pretty well up until about, 40 minutes ago. And I made some change to the code and I can't figure out what it is. And I'm scratching my head and the code is broken. Hector HSC in the house. Hector, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So I was actually kicking butt, Rory, if I say so. I was bending the code to my will. And then all of a sudden
times.
Then the code said no. And it didn't say why. And I'm like, what? What? So, and I like looked through, I brought up source tree and I'm like, what are my changes? What I really wish is I had it checked in just before I did the last kick-ass move. The kick butt move. And I didn't do that. So I've got, I kind of carefully went through this. And by the way, just to orient everybody, what I've been working on today is getting our callouts that we wrote, our ultimate callouts into CodeRush. That's what I've been trying to do, and
nice.
hooking into, Visual Studio's got a hinting mechanism built into it, so that when it's showing like tooltips, they show up in a little tiny window. And I'm essentially saying, "Give me that," is what I'm doing, and so at the time of my choosing, I'm replacing the Visual Studio kind of really, very plain, and vanilla rectangular hint that doesn't wrap, that can be really long, etc. And I'm replacing that with our really cool looking callout. And I'm doing that specifically, it's not designed to change any experience that you're already having with Visual Studio, but it's for a new experience. It's for essentially in Visual Studio training.
Okay.
That's the whole reason why we built the callout to begin with. So I had the thing up and working, then I broke it, and I'm so obsessed and can't get it out of my mind that I have to, we're going to have to debug it instead of doing the other stuff. So you're,
okay.
I don't know. If this doesn't make you happy, I'm sorry. And without asking your permission, we're diving into CodeRush Code today, and we're going to look at that.
Look behind the curtain.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to what we were doing. I think tomorrow, maybe, assuming I get all this done. But I'm doing this because I'm also prioritizing this because I have a video I'm creating for Build that's going to highlight this, and I kind of want to get some eyes from Microsoft on it. So that's why I'm prioritizing it for right now. So here's the deal. When I click Next Step, I'm in the middle of one of the tutorials right here. It creates some sample code. Part of the sample code is to bring out and highlight the word stat info. Now, where there's supposed to be a hint underneath that, or the pop-up, it's supposed to trigger the pop-up hint, but it's not. I'll give you a quick peek inside that. By the way, my edit compile time is not great in this space. And now that I think about it, if I try building while the show's running, I could maybe take down the show. Now that I think about it. So we might abort this plan if it ends up being destructive. Sure. But if we come in here and I go to, is it CRUD Create? There it is right there. Here's the piece right here. We call field start. And then instead of doing a regular hint, we add the words callout to the beginning of it like this.
Yep.
And now we can support Markdown. And we can put in these /n's and have multiple lines, so several paragraphs. Okay?
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So that's the piece we're sending in. Now let's go.
Can I ask, is the $$ at the start of that string intended to be inside the string?
Yep.
Okay, because we have interrupt strings which have those on the exterior sometimes.
Yeah, but this is not C#, and this is a special command that I want to...
That's fine.
I want to avoid collision with anything intentional somebody might want to use. So I figured nobody's going to want to use that sequence of characters, so I'll use that. It's both human readable and avoids collision. All right, good. So now let's try this. First step to pushing my machine. Still don't have the new machine. I've been talking to the makers of the Liquid Freezer 420 too. We're good friends now. They're
thing.
Like, I send them an email and they're like, Mark, how you doing? I still don't have the part I ordered over 2 weeks ago, and you're only in Germany and I'm only in Spain.
Wow.
And they're like, oh, Mark, you let us know if it doesn't show up by Monday, and we're gonna get you another part. And I'm like, that'll be my third that I've ordered from your company. I've already ordered 2, received none. So let's just confirm your address. They send me the address thing, and the address is not quite right. It's got my house number twice.
Oh.
Now there's no whatever that double number is. Pretty sure there's. I tried searching for it in Google and Maps, and Google Maps is like, I think it's you. I think it's you right here. Edmund says, I looked at the specs on the new i9. It's so fast it can complete an infinite loop in under 7.9 seconds. Yeah, this machine takes 9 seconds to complete that infinite loop. All right, so I want to attach. I'm going to come in here to choose attach to process. Oh man.
You've checked at house number max on the street though, right?
I'm pretty sure, no, it doesn't exist. I don't think it exists.
No, but hypothesizing that your street has like 100 houses on it and that you're number 60, given that there is no 60-60, there is still 100. So did the postie give up at the end and just put it in the last house?
I did notice like a campfire of posties out, you know. They're all crying at the end of my road, but I haven't asked them what their deal is.
Okay.
And they all have a package for me, but no, I haven't checked that. I don't know. No, I haven't checked that. I don't think so. Okay, so I appear to have successfully attached. I've got some breakpoints here, and let's just see what happens if I. Not quite done attaching yet. It says ready down at the bottom corner, like right there. But if I come and try and activate this, I can't activate it yet, which means this is still thinking. But the stream still goes on.
Indeed.
It seems to be running. Fred, are you doing okay? Yeah? How you doing, buddy? Yeah? You don't like to talk much.
It's all about the privacy.
Yeah, something. All right, how are we doing now? Can I click and activate it? Now I can click and activate it. When I click here, I should get to a breakpoint. All right, so now where are we? We're inside FRM Ultimate Callout. You remember this guy from, you know, a week or two ago?
Yep.
Right? Here he is. Okay, so we've got the markdown text is null.
That's not great.
That might be okay. Let's hit run a second and see if we come in a second time without it being null. Maybe that's my problem. Well, that could explain everything.
That might, yeah.
Let me undo this. Let's go try it again. How is the markdown text null? We'll look at it. Create new callout is there. Passing in markdown text. What is this? This looks like something that I think used to have side effects associated with it, but doesn't anymore. However, there's no edit and continue in this world. Okay, so let's look at the call stack. I'm in Create Dummy Markdown Viewer, part of Layout Everything. Refresh Layout after Load Colors for Theme. Oh, because we're starting with a dark theme instead of a light theme. This is what's different.
Wow, that's niche.
Kind of, but it is something we never tested for. In other words, if I switch to a light theme, this might all work. Let's just run with that. I'm going to run, and now afterwards we're setting markdown text to it. But we never get to that breakpoint. Okay. That's interesting. Let's come in here and switch to a light theme. Everybody brace for impact. I know that, you know, this is not your favorite thing for me to do, kids. All right. Brought up the options dialog. Come on. Come on. Because I'm debugging, I think. All right, switching to a light theme. Executing in the wrong order. Yeah, maybe the side effect was to update the UI. No, I don't think that was the case. That side effect is old. That's from old days gone by. And I lost my music.
e607, where are you? We need your help.
e607's coming in to give us some help. Get him, e607. Get him. Get him.
Here, so I am.
All right, now let's see if we have any better luck. Now we get to this line of code first, where we set it. Set markdown. Then now it's something real. Oh, we're getting all kinds of breakpoints. Things we weren't getting before. Refresh document. Oh, wait, where'd that go? I'm gonna calm it down. I've got COVID, kids. COVID show. Welcome to the COVID show. Okay, markdown.
I'll tell you what,
change.
the light theme might not be great for your eyes, but it was pretty good for the contrast on that UFO crash.
Oh yeah, you got to see a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh
okay.
Yeah, rubble everywhere.
That's what I wanted to see.
There you go.
We did it, kid. Up and down. Get low. Let the wind kind of shoot off from us. Whoa! It's okay, I got it. I got it, everybody. It's okay. Ah, okay. How are you doing, Rory?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Anything
I've had
exciting happening
an
over
intense
there?
day of problem solving, but yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is like chaos is ensuing on the show. And then I'm just like casually, how are you doing, Rory? And he's like casually, you know, just as usual. Seeing Mark walk around on robotic legs, getting blown up. All of that. Okay, this is great news.
This worked.
This is sweet and great news. Okay.
I am a little confused as to why that particular thing can have this repercussion.
We're going to go find out.
Fair enough.
I saw it and I was like, let's just theorize this and see what happens. Now, I just want to remind you, it's got that cool behavior,
it is
right?
good, isn't it?
So we can come in there and
Look
do
at
that.
Gotta love a party.
How you doing, e607? I don't know if you know this or not, but e607 is also my workout coach. That's what he does. Okay, so we have some to-dos. Let's go get the to-dos up and let's start working on these. This is so awesome. Okay, I'm really glad. Let's see. Integrating callout windows. Got bringing up PowerPoint right now. Okay, to do. We need to find out why starting in a dark theme messes us up. Back. Get it there. Thank you.
Does that mean you've also solved the Zoom facility that was previously broken?
No.
Wasn't OBS refusing to zoom at one point?
Still is. That didn't zoom.
Did it not?
No.
Oh no, but it did move. That was the thing.
It moved
right,
it,
okay.
and it was just an illusion. Yeah. No, the zoom should go right where the fingers are. That's the cool thing about it, is it should zoom right where the fingers are. No, I haven't looked at that yet. That's OBS. I'm sure we made no code changes, and all of a sudden OBS stopped working like it had been previously working.
Yep.
So my conclusion is that OBS changed something in their interface, and now we got to go figure it out.
Yep.
That's what I think has happened in an update. Loco Juhi, is that right? Loco, nice to have you out here. Welcome. All right, so we got to find out why starting in a dark theme messes us up for the hinting. How you doing, Loco? Glad you're with us. We need to find that out. We need to, hold on, I made another list of things. Where is it? Oh, yeah. By the way, it looks like I don't know, sometimes I do things and I just want to, alert everybody. It looks like I'm crazy, but it's just caps lock.
Yep.
Okay? Don't everybody freak out and be like, uh-oh, the COVID got Mark. All right, so here we go. Close down inactive hints when new hints are created. This should be working. So these are all the changes I made in my last. The reason I'm making all these changes at once instead of incrementally is because my edit, build, test cycle is about 6 to 8 minutes. We're gonna have a lot that we can talk about while we're building, and hopefully the show won't break down. So close down active hints when new hints are created. That should be working. We can test that actually right now. So when I come in here and I hit enter, well, I'm getting some breakpoints. Let's clear that. Is there any other breakpoints we hit? I should get another one there. Enter. Oh, come on. Clear the break. So part of the problem with the breakpoints is they set active text view to null.
Right.
All right. So hold on a second. Let's clear this breakpoint. Okay, there we go. And so let's hit enter there. Let's come back and undo this and experience it one more time. Okay, 1. All right, there we go. So there's the first piece. Now, Rory.
Yep.
I'm adding a to-do.
Okay.
And that to-do is match the Visual Studio font size. For goodness sakes, right? Respect the font size.
Yeah.
Respect the font size. We'll see if we can do that. In other words, if my font size is really big, that should be really big. Oh, number 2, look. If this moves...
Oh, yeah.
If the target moves, respect the target. Respect the target position. Respect the target position and
I'm
size,
curious, now that you've
etc.
zoomed, can you move the ultimate callout and will it go back to the new location? So if you scroll, the scroll zoom,
Sure, I gotcha.
doesn't currently know that location. Okay.
Nope, doesn't know the location has changed. So respect the target position in all kinds of ways. So including, so one of the ways we can disrupt that position is zoom. One of the ways we can do it is scroll. What else do we got?
Does that mean we have to respect the font size during zoom as well? So when you zoom, alter the font size.
Oh my God. During zoom? I think I'm going to say no.
It's a bit of a challenge,
that's a level
isn't
of
it?
detail. Yeah, and it's a level of detail it's an edge case scenario, I think. During zoom,
What happens if
no.
I have my copy of Studio in like 150% normally, and I call it into effect then? Is it going to match the default text size, or is it going to match the zoomed version?
I'm zoomed in, and you can see right behind me there's the rectangle.
Yeah.
The rectangle uses line height to determine its position. So if I drag it down underneath here and it comes up and stops right about there when it lets go, that means the answer is yes. It'll, it does not. See that? That's the line height right there. So that means that, yeah. Okay. So that's problematic. Let me undo that. And let's go even more. Uh-oh. And now where are we even? It didn't even show up because it was off screen. I don't know, maybe that's too extreme of a thing that I shouldn't really worry about. I did not see where it showed up though. Try again. Yeah. Yeah, it's going inside. It should stay outside the box. Okay, so yes, that does mean that if you're zoomed in, you know, we need to incorporate the zoom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do. So let's write that. But incorporate zoom level when it appears. To determine line height.
Yeah.
All right. Really? Now's when you think is the time to do it?
Hey, Pudding.
How you doing, Pudding? All right. Okay, so we incorporate the zoom level to do respect the VS font size, respect the target position. So zooming and scrolling. Now I think I have code that I just recently added that is, let's undo this. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole thing. Let's click on it. And then when I hit enter on this, that activates this field. That should, well, I said it here. No zoom in the back. I think this guy might have focus when it first comes down, when we show it. But I want us to have focus. Yeah, we need to fix that. So in our to-do, keep VS with focus, not the callout. Okay.
Coding Gorilla's got a suggestion I'm interpreting to mean what happens when the copy of Studio is, let's say, docked on the right. So it's not in a full screen, it's not in a known upper left kind of situation. Does everything still locate itself correctly? So if we move the VS window to something other than full screen?
Yeah, that should all work. Well, look at this.
Hey,
this works.
Oh. Okay. Mostly, but not quite.
Yeah, and that it's here instead of down there, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I move it, though...
Goes back to the right location.
It goes to the right location. I think something happened... Now that's working.
That's working, yeah.
Means we celebrate again. Okay. Look at Marky rocking those Fortnite moves. Woo! See, where were we here? Something happened when we Let's see what we
when we
reproduce.
stopped being full screen, it was a little strange. I think it might be partially down to what the default height and width of screen before. So if you're going from very nearly full screen to actually full screen and back again, very little changes.
So when I did that,
yeah,
nothing. It didn't change its position at all. But now when I move it, it keeps it where it is.
it does move with it.
So there's an event that we're not handling.
Yeah.
That is, I think, that we need to handle. Let's go see if we can find that and fix that right now. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same strategy we did before. We're going to very carefully make a lot of changes, and then we'll, and before we do that, okay, hold on a second. Let's go back in here. Let's go check these features in right here, at least stage them, commit them.
A line in the sand.
Yeah, working with, or what's the best thing to do? I have this written down. These are the things I just did. Let me just put all of that in there. And let's see what we got. Close down inactive active ones. So I'm closing those down. Closing down. And using the active theme, but oh no, there's an issue with the dark theme. I'm blue, da-da-dee, da-da-da. Pudding, you should have like a button that just puts that one out. Dark theme issue. Did we write that down in terms of our to-do list? Solve the dark theme? Yeah, we do. Okay, that's number 1 on our list. Breaking multiple flash ends into multiple lines. We're doing that now. That appears. Setting the width, I haven't tested this yet, and setting the angle, haven't tested that, but that code has been added. We need an event in the callout to update target red. That's done as well. So added an event, call it to do the target rec. We're tracking it. Those are hide hints when the modal dialog appears, not happening yet. Okay, so I'm going to commit. Those are committed. Next, let's go in and we're going to go after it. What's going on in here? Dr. Pudding, like Dr. Pepper, but brown instead of purple. That sounds so racist, but it made me love it more. Okay. Where are we? We are... Hold on, Roy, I'm blanking out a little bit. COVID's ravaging my brain.
We're about to go looking for an event to let us learn that we've transitioned from genuine full screen to restored screen, I guess was the phrase. That's
what I needed. So we want to go find where we're hooking the events inside of here. That's near the top, as I recall, and not seeing it. So we're going to come in here and say, is it that window? Thought I typed in the rest of window. No, fine. How about hook events? Let's get that. Hook event. And let's take one of those out. And let's filter only in the current file, since we got a pretty big code base here. There it is. Hook parent window events. So here's what we've got. We need something that's like this. Is it restored? Sorry, no. Bring in the events. Is it window? No, I said I wanted to look at the events. Pretty sure I hit that. Those are my events. Oh, it's because I didn't have any events in it? I'm a pudding, he's a pudding. Wouldn't you like to be a pudding too? I don't know what event it is.
No.
Look it up. I thought we'd have like window maximized or window restored. I thought location change would fire.
Restored would have been my assumption. Maybe there's a state change. So if take the sort of the abstract of maximized, restored, and minimized to be
I'm
a state.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going after it now. WPF event for window restored. State changed. There you go, Roy. Look at you. He's brilliant. All right, state changed. I was imagining that too, and I was thinking, that's too pedestrian. I'm not even going to say it. That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said, and you know what? You're right. Wait, why isn't it giving me anything now?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
There it is.
Oh.
It was weird. It's a giant code base. So, all right. So there's my state changed, and I think we want to do whatever's happening down in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like a location changed kind of thing, isn't it? It's a different form of the same thing.
Yeah, it is. We're going to extract all this method and just call this Windows location changed. And then I'm going to take that and we're going to pop it into here. And then as a final bit of cleanup, when we disconnect, hold on a sec, let me copy this line of code. When we disconnect, we will unhook the event listening, so we won't listen to it anymore. All right?
Good stuff.
Okay, so that was something that we carefully looked at, right? We made that change, and we're going to be good with that and keep going. We're going to keep making changes. And maybe I'll add a new one called changed. And we're going to say, hopefully, we'll test this. This is what we need to test. Window restore. Okay? Everybody happy with that? You good with that, Rory? So
Edmund's suggesting you commit the code.
You know what? I'm going to go for it. I think he's absolutely right. In this kind of space, absolutely.
It's a nice discrete set of code.
Yeah. No,
isn't it?
Edmund is absolutely right. So there's our changes right there. We've got window location change now we created. There's our state change we've hooked up, and it's calling Windows location changed again. State change is there. You know, I just realized I didn't actually click down into this. It would be nice maybe. Just make sure. Windows state is not equal to last state. And they're saving it. I see what they're doing. Okay. I'm going to just be okay with it the way it is. All right, good. So that feels good. So we're going to say attacked the window restore bug. Like that. And so I'm not going to say fixed yet, but that's what we're going to do. So we'll commit that. All right, good job, Edmund. Ed, you guys are making me better. Okay. Now, the fact that we've got a line break between here and here, that means our /n parsing is working.
Cool.
Okay? So that's good. By the way, this is not the engine we downloaded. We downloaded or used NuGet to install the MarkDig engine, but that's not going into CodeRush for a couple reasons. One is it's big. One, it's got unsafe code inside of it. So guess what Mark did today? Guess what Mark wrote today?
Wrote himself a whole new engine?
Well, a very simple markdown parsing engine. Incredibly simple. Gives me just the pieces I need. I need bolding. I need headers. I do need images. I don't have images yet, but I'll add those later when I actually need them. And lists, bulleted lists. It gives me those. Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt just like that. Whenever I dance, there's always people knocked out at the bottom of the floor, on the floor when I'm done. The bottom of the floor, also known as the floor.
Accumulation of corpses because of dancing is an
I don't know
interesting
why.
state of affairs.
I don't know. It's my dance moves are so good. Or it could be. It could be my moves. Now that I think about it. Yeah, you guys are trying to keep me off the pole, but it's not working, is it? Markdown parsing is easy with only regex. Yeah, I skipped it. I didn't even do regex on it. I didn't even do that. And I think that, well, anyway, I got it to work to where I wanted to be. He'll be fine as long as he keeps his clothes on. Yeah, there you go. Okay. We're taking away focus. We need to bring it back. We need like an activate window. Is it enough? Uh-oh, COVID. Is it enough? Let's see. Let's go find, not that one, this one. We'll get to the call. So here's where we show it here. I'm wondering, is it enough to just go to the main window right afterwards and call activate on it? Like that.
Maybe.
Let's try that. All right, are we committing that? Going after the activate bug. See if that does it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Stage it.
That feels okay. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that occurred to me was that the act of activating a window, any window, is very close to, but not quite exactly, the same as clicking it. So if you imagine tabbing away from Studio, or moving away from Studio and then clicking back on the title bar, that's kind of what we're thinking of doing. And what you want is, in this situation, when you're going back to the focus of what you had before, you don't want it to lose focus of the editor, where the caret is and so forth. So you have to be careful that the thing you're clicking back to is inherently a parent of that lowest level that you want to stay with. And in this case, it will be. It would be different if somehow we gave focus to a different tab, for example. But that won't happen in this case, I don't think.
Yeah, Edmund brings up a great point. Will that cause the header bar text to flicker? And I think he's right, it will. I think there's a show no activate or something like that. There's a way to show without activating. Let's go down into finalize and show. Show. That goes into the parent call to show right there. So, yeah, you don't have to do that. I need to go look up WPF show no activate. Let's go do that next. Yeah, I'm gonna back out of that change because I'm almost positive it's gonna cause flicker. It's not the right way to do it. Let's go find it. WPF show no activate. I think it's actually like a create params, override. Is what I think it might be. What?
So isn't a show no activate the kind of thing you do to the call out rather than to the main window?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's where I am. I'm in this is the call out right here.
Okay, yeah.
All right, that's what I'm trying to do. Show no activate. Geez, I really don't like this UI at all. I never get good answers there. Jetsam! Jetsam's in the house!
Evening, Jetsam.
He's in the house.
How you doing, Jetsam? Hold on. There's a Stack Overflow right here. Look at that. Show activated equals false.
Well, this is the question, so what's the answer?
Got to set the other owner. Well, I think we already have the owner. So maybe all we need to do is set show activated to false. Let's try that instead. And I think bring up the designer. I'm glad we had that dance break because it's still opening the file.
Yeah.
That's how big. Mark's like, oh my god, if I have to watch Mark dance one more time, everybody else can come on their own, but I'm never able to leave. He makes me come every time. All right, here we go. What do we got? Show no activate is what I'm looking for. See what we got here. Show activated. Sorry, show activated is equal to false. Okay. Light mode. You know bugs are attracted to light. Yeah, I know. Well, we actually have a bug that's attracted to dark, so I'm staying in light mode for a little bit. Show activated is set to false. This now might solve the problem. Let's just make sure that its owner property is set like described in the Stack Overflow. Owner, we need that to happen. I've got the parent window coming in right here, right there. I'm just worried about timing, when I want to do this. I think it's okay as long as I do it before we get to the show. I think we're okay. The show happens here, so I just need to come in and...
Edmund asks an interesting question. Are parent and owner different things? Because we're already setting parent window.
Well, it's our own method. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and so we're going to say this dot owner. Our owner is equal to window. Like that. That's where we're doing it. So set parent window is going to do that. And now I think this is going after the activated, the Windows activated. So funny, we wrote this and we're like, oh no, there's a bug there without even trying or compiling. And then we came back and did this instead and that instead. So second try on the activated bug. All right, let's commit that. Code removes your sense of code smells. Oh, great. Great, kids. What do we got? We got to go to our list of things we've done. The window restore, the window activate bug. The window activated bug we went after. So we got to test that. Kids! Blossomat!
Hey,
Blossomat, how you doing?
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, buddy. We're going through, let's see here. Windows, what are you doing here? What else is on our to-do list? Got to go after that. I'm biding my time on that one. We think we've done this. Respect VS font size. Target position during zooms and scrolls. Let's look at some bugs first. Let's kind of look at what's currently happening. So if I scroll, I think we're not going to see it move. Okay. So look up line height when repositioning in case it changed. I am getting the line height, but I'm not getting, the line height doesn't tell me what the zoom level is. That's, we discovered, we saw evidence on that. So that's not helpful. So we need to kind of figure line height plus the zoom level. I wonder if TextView has that. Let's go actually look at use IntelliSense and see if we can get any clues about line height there. Call it manager. I've got my active text view that represents this thing that all the text is in Visual Studio.
Yep.
And so now what I'm going to do is say, I think I want to do like this: active text view dot zoom level.
Nice.
Sweet.
And
right,
an event for zoom level changed, I noticed.
No way.
Yeah. Those clever devs.
Clever devs. Okay. All right. We're going to do this. We're going to hook the active text view zoom level changed. And excuse me, kids, but I got COVID in my brain. I'm not sure I can think this one through. When this, I don't have a reference to this anymore once we're outside this method. And the active text view can change.
Right.
I know how to do it. I think I know how to do it. I do this first. There's no harm in doing that if we're not already listening.
True.
So that'll keep me from accumulating multiple handlers to the same active text view.
Mm-hmm.
There would be a better, well, hold on a second. I'm going to ask my devs if they've got any, found it in active, in the text view. What is it? What is active text view? It's iText view, is that what it is? Yeah, iText view. Okay, let's see if there's a more general event available. For now, I think I'm going to do this. And I think that's actually okay. I was just thinking about, like, you know, garbage collection and references, but this callout manager is going to be an instance of the callout manager. And there's only one. It's a singleton that's managed by MEF. So I think we're okay to just do this. So we're going to do the zoom level change, and then we're going to update the rect. Refresh the target rect. We're going to take all of this and we're going to extract this into its own method. This is sweet because we might actually fix the thing that we said might have been too hard to do.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it would. Refresh target rect. But this doesn't impact, this doesn't change the zoom level, right? And I'm not even sure how we're going to fix that. I guess I was thinking I would scale up or down the fonts when we build it.
But you're right. We tried zooming, and then we moved the call out, hoping that it would go back to the correct location, but it didn't, which means that its detection of the correct location does not take the current zoom level into account.
Oh, kind of. Its detection of the height of the line didn't take it. So let's look at get screen rect. Here, see this right here?
Yeah.
We're going to do this times text view dot zoom level. VS doesn't change tooltip text size when your text size when you are zoomed. Really?
Now, do we consider that a defect in Visual Studio that we're looking to correct in our own product?
Always. I'm sorry. What did you ask, Roy? I was thinking about someone else.
Oh,
Somebody
of course
was
you were.
offering me a plate of French fries and asked me how much I want those. Yeah, but I can't eat them because I'm on keto. So,
Okay.
but now I think we're going to see improvements there. So that zoom level piece is there. So basically we're going to say added some code. I'm going to commit this, and we're going to be like zoom level changes, and we're going to. So we're multiplying by zoom level there to figure out the height of the line, and zoom level change here. The only piece is that in refresh target rect right here, when we call update target rect, that is not passing in the zoom level. And ultimately, that would be the ideal place to pass in the zoom level if we had a control of the zoom of the callout manager. The problem is, Roy, when we built it, we never ever actually anticipated zooming.
No, we didn't.
You know what? I'm going to go with, who is it? Edmund? VS doesn't, yeah. Edmund, I'm going to go with Edmund on this one. VS doesn't change tooltip text size when you are zoomed. So we're going to stay at that, with that. The only problem is, though, is when we create a new one, how are we going to do that? So I'm not sure. I don't know enough about WPF on this. Let me show you what I do know. Right now we're getting there are no right answers or wrong answers, just consistent answers. Yeah, sometimes I'm looking for code-friendly answers. Here. These are where we get the styles from right here. Oh, notice there's no font size. What about for the headers?
There's a font size.
There it is.
Line 42. And yeah, for the headers.
So these are the headings. The heading settings, I mean. I think, though, that means that it's going to get its font size from the form, which means what we can do here is when we create a new instance of it, we could pass in the zoom level and increase the font size.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could try that on the start. Let's do it. We're going to add a new double at the end. It's going to be zoom level. We'll set that equal to 1. Yeah, I know it doesn't like it because I'm totally attached and all. I guess I can detach for right now. Because I think I'm about ready to build. I don't think I need to be attached right now. There's my zoom level. Create new callout. I think I'm going to pass that in here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I've got my zoom level in here, and now what I think I can do is say form callout dot, what do I have? Do I have a font or font size? Font family, font size times equals zoom level. And I think that's got a really good shot of actually working. So now, Roy, you might want to mute if you're like consuming some really tasty snacks. Like I just said, you know, how hard it is not to eat French fries being on keto. And
True.
I feel like you're opening up French fries for me right now.
I wish I was.
They're going to be handed to me. Okay, let's see. New call out. For the dark mode bug, there are 2 ifs. What if it was an if else? I don't think that's the dark mode bug, but let's I think it's something else. I think it's a sequencing problem in the dark mode bug. Okay, so here we want to pass in the zoom level. So we're just going to grab it from here, pass it in over here, active text view dot zoom level. All right, let's go after the dark mode bug and take a look at that. The problem is happening when we're changing the theme, because we're calling load colors for theme before we do anything else. And then we go to refresh layout, and it's really way too soon. And in fact, it's not too soon to do this, I think. But it's maybe too soon to do this. Another way of thinking about it, though, is wait, let's set the theme later. Let's just move the theme setting to later. Right there. Did it hit line 94? No, I don't think so. Because the theme defaults to one of these two. It's just an enum with 3 values, I think. None or light, dark, and customs. No, I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem instead is we're setting theme too soon. Here. It's in create new callout. I'm going to kill this here. I'm going to get rid of that there. And I'm going to not pass it in anymore here.
So where should we be setting it?
The last minute, I contend. Finalize and show, that's when I want to pass in the theme. That's what I think I want to do.
Okay.
Let's try it. Why didn't that take what I wrote down? Theme. It's right there. Okay. Hook, target, parent, window events, layout everything. And then I think I want to say theme is equal to theme. This might be a little too late. Like it might be, this might trigger a refresh of stuff, whereas this would not. Like this might be a second call, but if I put it here, it might be better. I guess we could try it here. And if it didn't work, we move it 1 line down.
Okay.
All right, let's try that. So we're going to say, let's put that in there. What do we got? Oops, we got a couple things now. This one is zoom level changes. Let's stage that one right there. The second one I think is what? Is it zoom and theme? Nope, it's just theme. All right, so we're going to say zoom level changes, commit, and then we're going to say theme bug on this one. And commit that. This is the way to work. When you've got a 9-minute edit compile. All right, so get ready to do some dance parties, kids, when we're getting this done. Not yet, but get ready. Oh my God, you guys. Seriously. Okay, and I think, is that it for what our to-dos right now? We don't have the scroll. We didn't really go after the scroll. Uh-oh. I lost Rory.
Hello.
Hello, Roy.
Got disconnected there for a minute.
I heard dance party. I will do what I'm asked for. All right. Scrolling. I want to go after scroll. I want to make one more attack on this. Over in the callout manager.
Right? We should just detect the scroll and relocate again.
People do not want me to finish this code right now. Do you? Do you people? Oh, look at this. I didn't think about looking in here for zoom level change. Nope, no zoom level change in there. Okay. All right, fine. But we do have a number of other pieces in here. Text view activated, deactivated, things like that. Come on, guys! Wait till I build. All right, I'm just going to build. I'm building.
Just video is completely frozen on my Skype.
Wait, my video is frozen?
Yeah, but I think the
Rory?
stream's probably got it. I think it's just got Skype.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Let's start a build first, so I got a couple things going on at once here. Where's my CodeRush package? Open this up. Comes the build. All right, so I've shut down. Oh, I thought I shut down everything. Something's still running. We're going to close this down. And you got a car driving in outside. Let's close that down so we can get our build going. So there's our build right there. That takes about a minute or two. Who's here? Who is it? Oh no, I don't like that. Those things are creepy. Ah! Ocular malice. You're so mean. He's the meanest dev out there. And yet, he's got a heart of gold, kids. Ocular malice says, it's not a build if it doesn't compile, like most of your code. You know, that's the one thing I didn't check before I shut down is this code actually going to compile? I didn't notice any mistakes in it. We'll see. We'll see, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Looks like this camera needs to be turned on. Sorry about that, kids. We'll get back to you in a second once that's on. Hey, camera, turn on. Turn on, my friend. Sometimes these Sony cameras need an actual power pull from the plug. This one totally does. So I'm plugging it, unplugging it, and then plugging it back in. That sometimes happens. There we go. And now that should work. What? Now, why isn't it working? There it is. Just took a second to kick in. All right. So Edmund says, remember VB6? Where it could, this is a question for you, Rory, where it couldn't save your code changes during edit and continue. It would crash and you lose everything. Oh my God. Yeah,
especially
not being
if
mean.
you debugged into a DLL and it went bang. That was it. It would take out the whole of Studio.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Okay, there we go. We got a build. Right up there. Cool. So we're going to close that down. Next, we're going to do, this is the thing that blows my mind. Installing into 2017, the V6, this guy takes a long time. This guy's about a 2-minute process right here. And now is the time to play the dance parties, guys. That's what I said, save it for. But does anybody listen to me? Am I running the show? Clearly not. Good thing I brought my drink here in the car.
Yep.
My kingdom for an X-copy deploy. Thanks, Jetsam. When this window disappears, that means we're good to start at Visual Studio. And I think I'm going to start right up and just... I'm not sure what we're going to go after first. We'll go after we'll go look at what our change pieces are. I think I'm going to go after the dark theme last.
Okay.
That's what I think I'm going to do. So glad you guys are here to help me with this. helping me get actual real work done today.
That's cool. Yeah.
I am slightly under pressure with this. You're a wizard, Mark. It's going to happen any minute. Ocular Malice. Ocular Malice, did you hear I got COVID, man? It snuck into me. Did not ask permission. Did not ask permission to reside in my lungs, which is where it is right now. That son of a COVID. Gonna kick its butt. Why can't COVID just show its face, right? I would take COVID on in a cage match where only one of us gets to leave, alive or dead. I could be a hero to the world. I could wrestle COVID to the ground. What, Roy? Yes, the problems with my suggestions?
That's a bit of a risk.
It's a risk? What? No, I'm just saying. I'm saying if COVID were like one of these wrestlers.
You don't worry that if COVID was a wrestler, it would be like a sumo wrestler.
What? Brad, I want more support from you. Come on. Hey, Surly. Welcome. COVID Thunderdome. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's gone. I'm a wizard. Yes. All right, let's open up the training solution first. Hope it's not the Undertaker. More support then? Uh-oh. Not good. I'm getting us out of here. Too much glitchy stutter. For folks coming in, we're going to do this beast build. We're going to pick this up as soon as my good friends from this company, Arctic in Germany, send me the mounting kit, which I thought came with it when I bought it. Mm-hmm. I'm only waiting like 2.1 weeks so far. We're going to resume that. Richard Campbell's standing by. He's gonna come back and join us, and we're going to finish that up. When that happens. I'll go ahead and keep that running up there for a while. Let's see. By the way, kids, if you missed it, we got a new fanfare. Edmund311 is now out there with us. And his fanfare looks like this. It's Edmund! Based on the old Mondays podcast, which Carl Franklin's trying to bring back. We'll see if he does that or not. He's already got one new episode, The History of Mondays, out. All that's over at mondays.pwop.com. If you're interested in that, if you don't know about it, mondays.pwop.com. It's like kind of the history of me and my family to some degree. All right, let's do it. Let's zoom in. Let's start with a zoom. Okay, so we're going to just see this. Okay, so now the greatest right behind me. I'm going to scroll up. That's not helpful.
Did not react to the scroll.
It, yeah, and it's not getting the new position. It's not
going to a different location.
But I don't think we have code yet to have it do this yet. You know what? Let me undo a second. And I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to check to make sure it's not active. So this now, I click here, and now if I hit enter, we should go. We did not go. I don't think Visual Studio is active. I think this is active. Let me see if I see any change when I click here. Yep. So that active did not work. So let's make a note of that. To do. Windows activated bug still exists. So show no activate didn't, showing those changes we made did not impact it. That's a bug.
That's a bug.
Yep.
That's right. That's a bug. The wedding pictures were amazing. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So now let's see this. We want to see if the line height, if it got that correctly. When I let go, we're expecting it to stop hitting this line down here. Oh, line height not grabbed either?
Hang on a second. It did also introduce an extra bar at the top, which shunted everything down at the last second.
Yeah, but now it's moved up even more. Also, when I click on Visual Studio, because I'm clicking here and I'm deactivating this. When I deactivate that, it goes away. When I click back in, it comes back. Okay, so that's good. So let's watch this. Yeah, there's no cursor here. I have to click it a second time. So the activated problem not fixed. We're going to have to push that harder. I kind of want to go after that now. I think I want to do this one at a time. To do that, I'm going to have to start up another instance of Visual Studio. I do like how quickly Visual Studio gets you to this screen here. I can't wait to see how fast it opens up in my brand new machine, which is only being held up by Arctic in Germany. Okay, Callout Manager, we're in about the right place. Let's, oops, waiting for CodeRush to load here. This is a giant, by the way, see all these events? I'm going to put stuff in these events.
Okay.
To be able to handle movement, like scrolling and things like that. So we're going back to our next idea, which is this. No. Stop. Okay. Dot activate. I'm going to try to first fix by just activating the window after showing it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing right now. I'm activating the Visual Studio window. Is what I'm activating after showing the callout. That's what I'm doing. To-do driven development. Yeah, it's not bad, especially for the show. It's good. Okay, so there's my stab at that. Let's do a quick commit on that. There it is. Second attempt at the activate bug. All right. So we're 0 for 1 on that. Mm-hmm. Next, we want to try, what's the other one we thought? The Windows Restore bug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's one that we think should totally be fixed, right?
Sure.
All right, so let's try it now. So we're pointing here. I want to now double click, and it didn't move. Oh, but once I move here, it does. Why didn't it move? Did we just not get the... Wait, it did. It just worked there. Hold on. Hold on. Down here, up here, double click. That worked. It just didn't work the first time, it looked like.
I'm wondering if there was some kind of a lag, if you like, due to other things going on. Because I know at the moment I'm experiencing incredibly jumpy video, almost as if your machine is under some kind of load.
I don't think that's the problem. Was that event wired up late?
Wired up at the same time as the others.
I don't think so. I have to remember where we were. Yeah, the COVID fatigue for the day is like...
It's the state changed event, right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember... Oh, it's in hook parent events is what it is, I think. I thought it was near the top, but it's not near the top anymore. All right, come back in. Hook, target parent window events. Here we go. Yeah, so it's hooked in the same places as the others. That's called when we set the target window, I think. No, it's called in finalize and show. Yeah, so, but it's not too late. It's already shown. So that's not the problem. Oh, you were thinking about the zoom change event. Got it. Okay. We are at a point. The last change we made was in callout manager. We added this line of code.
Yeah.
If I were to remove that line of code, I should be able to attach the process and attach the other process, because that means
Because the source will now match what it's expecting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. We should also be able to detach the Rory from the show. Unfortunately.
Oh no. Come on, OBS. You can do it. Yeah. Roy, thanks so much, buddy.
No
It's
problem,
always a
my
pleasure
friend.
to have you on the show.
Yeah. We'll join you again same time tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Same time.
Okay, bud. Have a good one.
Hopefully,
Bye.
I won't be working on this. All right, buddy. Bye. Okay. Yeah, Roy was having seeing some lag coming from us. All right. I just want to see what the zoom levels are coming in. Did I? No, I did add code to use the zoom level in calculating the target rect. Get screen rect, active text view, right there. So I want to set a breakpoint here, see if the height comes back correctly. Come on. So this normally, I think, takes a little bit less time. I think OBS is slowing this guy down now. Let's go get some parts. This kid's coming to you. Coming to you. Coming to you soon. This is the Ace 790, already partially assembled from Beast Build. Partially assembled. Edmund says, COVID joke of the day. Whoever said one person can't change the world never ate an undercooked bat. That's right. Weird Beard Dev! Look at that, Weird Beard Dev. So much better, right? You like it? Yep, new fanfare, adjusted. And while I was doing it, I resisted the urge to color the beard too much. I think you said you were going to color it. And for some reason, my head thought purple, but I didn't know, so I didn't change anything on that. Weird Beard Dev says, it's awesome. Yeah, way better, isn't it? I like it. It's so much more dynamic. So that's cool. I've got my breakpoint here. It looks like, oh no, it still hasn't kicked in. Not hitting. Do I have to save the file? I don't know. It's not going to let me hit the breakpoint once I rebuild. Okay. Restore that back in. Get you ready to redeem the sound alert. Okay, what else do we have to check? Oh, the dark theme. We want to test the dark theme. Let's go back it out. And now we're going to see if that moving, are we going to get at least one thing? I guess we did kind of get, the restore. Windows restore bug is, I think, effectively fixed. Let's try one more time on that. We maximize it. Zoom out just a little bit, expand it. And now double click, and does it move? First time it does not. But we do get it from here to here. Yeah, you think the one time we need it to work is the first time, probably more than anything. It's the least edge case of the problem. Okay. I want a little more space around the outer edges of this too, I think. I want it to just be out back here, I think. Maybe there. Wait, did it work the second time, or was the window just back to where it started? No, it worked the second time, I think. Look, if we move it down here and we maximize it, it adjusts. It points in the right spot. Come back, it goes down. So that's working the way it should. What I don't understand is why it doesn't work the very first time. It must be the event doesn't get fired the first time. Because we're hooking it over here in hook parent window events. We're hooking the state change. But that's... Whoops, that was a mistake. I hit tab to next reference on that guy. Let's come back. We don't want to do that. That's got to be a WPF issue. So is this the ultimate callout in action? It is. Yeah, ultimate callout is we are incorporating it into Visual Studio for some training, interactive training I'm creating. So that's taking place inside Visual Studio, where we're going to point at code. This is an example of it right here. So some things aren't compiled because I'm compiling because I jumped ahead into this piece so I could look at these, but the idea is it's going to look like this. Oops. And that's the activation problem. So we got to fix the activation problem. Let's go look at the dark theme. We had a problem where it would not appear at all when the dark theme was up. And we rearranged some code, and fingers crossed, hopefully we're going to see it work now with the dark theme. Wouldn't that be sweet? All right, switching themes. I do appreciate how quickly themes switch in VS Code. By the way, much better. Still not appearing. All right, let's look at the code. Okay. There's a problem on the theming. This code, I'm pretty sure the problem here all right, I'm gonna kind of go backwards and undo what I did. I'm gonna reverse the setting of the theme. I'm going to get rid of it here. Are we still attached? I'm going to detach because I think we made code changes and it's not happy with those. We're going to get rid of it there. We are going to reintegrate it inside of here. And putting it back in there, there's my theme. We're going to set it here. And then, so we are going to set it early. We're going to do load. Let's just finish the code review here. Loading colors, this is all necessary. Then refresh layout. I contend that something in here is breaking things. Validate layout, then followed by layout everything. So layout everything is useful if we've already presented the window, but if we haven't, I think this is causing problems. So I think what I need is a... I need something to see if the Windows form has been created.